Hello, everybody. Hello. We are live. We're going to let you hear some of the music playing. A little bit of music playing. Y'all see this beautiful lady on my right to your left. And we will be coming on here to just share some fantastic stories and some insight on what Britney does, right?
Amen.
So, welcome aboard, everybody. Hi.
Hey.
If you're in the chat, say hello. Give me some thumbs up. Let me know you're here. And
Absolutely.
We'll get started. Britney, your people on?
They are coming. TikTok and Facebook is letting everybody know that we're live, so they should be here any second now.
I'm going to step away my paper fell for 1 second.
No problem.
Yep.
Hey, everybody. What's going on? Hey, y'all. Come on in. I'm chatting today with Transforming Lives podcast with my girl Wanda. She's going to interview me today for her podcast. Her podcast is all about women empowerment. So buckle up and enjoy the ride. I will have all her links so that you guys can go find her and follow her and listen to all of her episodes, not just mine. So come on in, join us, sit tight, grab a drink, grab a snack. We're going to be starting in any minute now.
Oh, yeah, it's right. Get a little snacky for me. I've already had my dinner. I prefer popcorn. So you got some popcorn. Come on and get that popcorn. And we're going to be on Facebook. And we're also going to be looking at your comments. If you have comments, I can read them out loud. We can also, if you have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. So, without further ado, y'all, you guys, again, I'm Wanda G from Transforming Lives Podcast. Transforming Lives Podcast. Hi, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
We're transforming lives through the lens of the community. And what that simply means is that people that come on here, right, we are transforming a life in one way, shape, form, or fashion. And speaking of fashion, that's Miss Britney Love's thing that we're going to be talking about tonight. Get your fashion tips tonight. So in the eyes of the community, this is what we do. Here, I am Wanda G. I am your host. And I am actively looking for a co-host. I'm taking interviews. I'm not going to do this thing by myself. Somebody can get some of this. Come and get some. But with what we do here, God gave me this vision almost 2 years ago on how we can keep people out of their complacency in any area of their life, right? If you find yourself in a pit of complacency, we got people on here that can help you get through and maneuver through that thing called complacency, right? Transforming your life means basically changing. It's just changing for the betterment of you, right? So I just wanted to say that, and without further ado, you guys, you can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Transforming Lives Forever page, and you can find me on my personal page, which is Wanda Gilly Wanda, it's spelled backwards. Nevertheless, I am Wanda G, your host. I am married. I have children. I have grandchildren. But that's just not about me today. It's all about Blovescurves. Hey, Britney.
Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody's well.
Yes. That we find you in good health, right?
Yes.
So, I'm going to read Britney's bio, and then we're going to get to the meat of this thing, right? And Britney, I do have a tendency of speaking with you, not at you. We're going to engage tonight, right?
It's all good.
It's all good. So Britney Love Lee, also known as Blovescurves, is a plus-size fashion influencer for the everyday woman. B-Love is multifaceted. She's a multifaceted woman doing everything in style. She is a wife of 21 years. Wow. Married to her high school sweetheart, y'all, at age 19. Mom of 3 children, ages 20, 17. She doesn't look like she got no 20 years old. Age 20, 17, and 11. 2 boys and 1 girl. B had her first child at the age of 19 and is an advocate for teen moms. She has been a nurse for 22 years, but just started a hobby of being a plus size fashion influencer a year ago. In that year's time, B Loves has secured several brand collaborations, okay, and an organic following of 2,000 TikTok followers. Go Britney. And I'm on
Yeah.
TikTok too, so I'm gonna bring Britney over on my side too. We're gonna do this on my side as well.
Yeah.
Also, B is a former dancer, dance teacher who loves coaching her 11 and 12-year-old team, cheer team. Yes, let's get Britney in here.
Yay.
Come on, y'all, put your best in the chat. Let's see it.
I love hearing that. It humbles me a little bit, but it also kind of makes me a little shy and a little bashful. But I'll be 40 in April, so hearing that, it's like, oh, okay, you go, girl, you did that, you
I
doing something.
I would not have given you 40. I would not.
Yeah,
I would have given you 34, 35.
yeah,
Oh,
I love it. I love to hear it.
that's what I would have given you. But nevertheless, I mean, you've been drinking out of that you fountain, honey, and it's okay. It's okay.
Yes.
Because when you get my age, honey, you probably just look 10, 20 years younger. I'm not going to tell you no.
No, you look amazing.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Absolutely.
So again, you guys out there, please put your comments in there. I don't see them hand claps. I'm going to ban you from this live. Come on there, let me see them hand
Y'all
claps.
tap the screen. Those that's watching on YouTube and TikTok, tap the screen for me. Facebook, share, like, invite some people on, and
Exactly.
double tap that screen. Go ahead and like the live for me.
Come on now. Show us some hearts. Okay? All right, so let's start off with this question there, Brittany. I'm dying to hear something. I'm going to add something because you put something on here that intrigued me. So I'm going to add that a little bit to my questionnaire.
Okay.
So let's tell us about your first of all, tell us about your passion because that's what we're here for, and
Okay.
how does it project who you are?
So my passion in life, really, my passion and my purpose kind of go together. But I just have a passion for helping others. Like I just always love a challenge. I always want to see people in good spirits and living well and just living their best life. So I just have a passion for helping others. I guess maybe that's why I'm a nurse. And I went into that field with the help of a little bit of push from my mom. But I just have a passion for being a light in the world and just helping others. The world is such a negative and harsh and rough place. I just try to always be there for anybody that I can help at any time. And that's really my passion in life, is just to be a help to others in any way that I can.
All right now, so you see the word nurse, right?
Mm-hmm.
The definition of being compassionate. You have to be compassionate to be a nurse.
Yeah.
I know that there are some that aren't, don't have any bedside manners.
Right.
And they're not there for that reason. You can't tell me they're there because they love doing what they're doing. They probably want to like be tired of doing it, been doing it for so long, tired and lost that.
Yes. It can happen.
Yeah, or they just got in there for the money, right? They
Right.
for the money. So thank you so much for that. So tell me a little bit about Blovescurves.
So Blovescurves, as you mentioned in my bio, is a hobby that I kind of stumbled upon probably about a year and a half ago, probably 2 years this summer. But I'm just a person who likes to dress. I like fashion. Even though I'm a wife and a mom, sometimes we lose ourselves in that. And I just was determined to not lose myself in being a wife and a mom. So just making sure that every time I step foot outside of this house that I am looking like something, and not necessarily to what the world standards are, but to my own standards. Kind of come from a upbringing and a background of women that just are snazzy dressers. We like to dress. We like to shop. We like to get dressed. We just like to be well put together. And then growing up not growing up, but my kids growing up in this age of social media, they always want their picture taken. So then I started wanting to take my picture whenever I got dressed. I would get the kids, take my picture. I want to post it on my social media. And then all of a sudden, it was like my daughter said, you should start posting your pictures on TikTok or doing videos on TikTok, my 11-year-old. And I started doing it and I kind of fell in love with it. It just kind of happened. not something that I was pursuing to make money off of. I just like getting dressed. So it became a hobby. I started pursuing it and doing it full time, making sure that I created some sort of content and posted it somewhere at least twice a week, sometimes more than that if I have time. And it just kind of grew from there. I had some brands to start reaching out for me to review their products. And like I mentioned, I love to shop. So to be able to get clothes and accessories for free, it was a win-win. It was a no-brainer. I love it. My husband definitely loves it because it eases up on our bank account with me not having to shop so much. And then too, I just wanted to put a positive image out there for women my age, wives and moms that are 30 and over. Don't be afraid of social media. Don't be afraid of content creation. And just a reminder to love the skin you're in and just feel good about yourself, no matter what you got going on, no matter what things look like, because things aren't always well. We know that. But just to put your clothes on, put some makeup on, do that hair, and just love who you are. Walk in your womanhood and love who you are and embrace who you are. So it just was a hobby, something that I kind of like to do that just kind of took off. But I love every minute of it. It took me a minute to learn how to embrace my curves being plus size. So once I learned to embrace it and walk in it, it was a no-brainer. It just comes so easy to me to be able to do it. So I love it.
You said a few things, and I'm going to touch on a couple of things. And one of them is embracing your curves, right?
Yes.
Because this is a world where we can be so cool, right? And so
yes.
many people will talk about the body shape, whether you got curvy or whether you don't have curves, and you just
right.
And in order to embrace that, you have to have some self-confidence because people off here can be so negative.
Yeah.
So that's very, very nice for you to touch on that because this may reach somebody who's feeling like I don't want to share my curves, right? I don't want, my belly showing or my foot showing,
yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. And being the age I am, I don't like showing my foot. You know what I mean? I will hide, but I don't take it from the next person who will show
right.
who will,
right.
Okay? I am saying this to say that somebody out there, again, is listening to this and say, maybe I can do this. We have a kindred spirit because my husband knows that I love pictures. He knows that I love pictures.
Yes.
Every time that I go out the door, I'm dressed. I'm like, babe, take my picture,
yep.
picture. And I post it on Facebook. You know what I mean? But the reason why I say all that, because I had self-esteem issues when I was younger.
Me too.
See, I told you we got kids. I had self-esteem issues where I was called ugly, I was called skinny, I was called olive oil because I was so skinny, right? And then I embraced who I am. It took me a long time.
It takes some time.
Yes, it took me a long time to embrace it. So I do the same thing. I take pictures then to the point my husband had bought a camera. He's a personal photographer, right?
Yeah.
And any of my family will know. Oh, but here come Wanda with that camera again. Yeah, absolutely. Here I come. Get ready. Smile.
Get ready. That's right. We taking a picture.
Yes. Do you have any comments or questions on your lives?
Just a couple. It's a lot of my family saying hey, so I want to say hey to everybody on Facebook. Our mutual friend Penny is on my Facebook. So hey Penny, thank you so much for the connection. Elena Friel says she loves my hair. Thank you so much. Hi, it looks like London. Hi London, how are you? Just a couple of comments. It's mostly my family, my biggest supporters. So I love you guys. My hubby's on, my daughter's on. Hey babe, I love you. This is us on our t-shirt. We just celebrated our 21-year wedding anniversary on the 1st.
Oh, happy anniversary!
Thank you so much. So hey to all of y'all. I love y'all. Thank you so much for all of your support.
Oh, look, family is important. You know, and my husband and my family is my biggest supporters as well. And
yes.
Helps get you where you need to go. Go ahead, girl.
Absolutely.
You know, they are your biggest supporters, and the family is important. So
yes.
You guys, if you can just go ahead and put happy anniversary to the lovely couple.
Yay, thank you.
Put that in there. Show some love. And that's awesome. 21 years. And, there is, well, I'm going to say, from my perspective, and I could be wrong, that there aren't too many folks, young couples who have been got married at a young age and are still together at 20.
Yes, it's so rare. It's so rare. Yes, thank you. Clap it up for that.
Yes,
Young
yes,
love, black love.
there you
It's
go.
amazing, and it's definitely a work of God. Like we wouldn't have been able to do it without having putting God first in everything that we do. Um, there were a lot of couples. I don't know what was in the water when we were growing up, but there were a lot of us that got married right out of high school. And me and my husband are the only two that are still standing, again, by the grace of God, because it's not easy. But yes, it's a rarity. We tell our kids that we are the exception to the rule. Do not follow in our footsteps. We would not recommend.
But one thing you did say that's important, it's only by the grace of God.
It's only by the grace of God. Trust me, because if it was up to us, it'd have been done a long time ago.
There you go. There you go. But when you put God first, everything is impossible. It's possible. All right.
Yes,
With
anything is
God,
possible. Everything
all
is
things are
possible.
possible. All
All
things
things are
are possible.
possible. Yes, when you
That's
put
right.
Him
All
first,
things.
all things are possible.
That's it right there. And if you don't have God in it, honey, that's when you're going to fall apart. And I
That's
tell
it.
everybody
Absolutely.
that. So, let's see. Do you know your purpose in life? And when did you know it was your purpose? Why is it your purpose? And is there a passion behind your purpose? Because some people not even walking in their purpose. They know it, they don't have a passion for it. Won't do it. So let's talk.
I struggled with finding my purpose for a long time. Like I said, I'll be 40 in April. But just growing up in the church and having that relationship with God, you always wonder, am I doing what I was called to do? Am I walking in my purpose? What is my purpose? And I'll say maybe about over the last, I'd say maybe 10 years or so, I realized that my purpose, like I said, about my passion is to be a fixer, to be a helper, a problem solver. I love a good challenge. Um, and I am walking in it now. I used to kind of shy away from it. I really think it comes from the Aries in me, that Ram. Like, I always like to take charge. I like to be in charge. Some people might even call me bossy. But that's just my personality. That's who God birthed me to be. I want to be a representation of Him in the world. I want to be a light in the world. And any way that I can do that, that's my purpose. That's my purpose in life. You know, He says that if I be lifted up, I'll draw all men unto me. So when people ask, like, you know, how have you been married for 21 years or just anything in my life, I always attribute it back to my relationship with God. And then I try to be a fixer and be a helper to those around me, so that they can just live a good life. I just feel like Jesus died to give us life more abundantly. And I truly believe in that. I want to walk in just having a good life. And whatever a good life looks like to you, I'm here to help you achieve that.
I hear that, Brittany, but I must ask you this. I must bring this because I must say this to the person that I must ask this to the person who has a similar story to yours.
Mm-hmm.
You pour so much into so many things and so many people. How do you get that back? Because we can get mentally, emotionally drained, right?
Yes.
We put so much into other stuff that before you know it, we're leaning like this, and
You're right.
we don't have any more to pour into anymore.
You're so right.
If you get back to that point where you say, "Okay, I got to refill," and in order to get back to where I need to be in my purpose.
Yes, definitely. So if I said it about maybe 10 years ago, I finally figured out what my purpose is and learning how to walk in it. The juncture that I'm at right now is combating that, exactly what you just said. Like, my husband brings it to my attention all the time that I do so much for everybody and I'm a sounding board for everybody. And I'm always trying to fix and help everybody. That I neglect myself sometimes, you know, I probably neglect him in our household. So he's helping me learn how to navigate that, and knowing that no is a complete sentence, or I can't right now is okay. Because those that are really in my corner, if I say I can't right now, or if I have to put something on the back burner, they're willing to understand. But I have to be able to say no so that I can take a rest for myself, take a break for myself, and regroup. And then my husband, he's the one that pours back into me all the time. My mom as well. Whenever I need anything, those two are right there for me all the time. But just learning how to say no sometimes, and that I can't say yes to everything. So that's trying to find a balance. I haven't quite gripped it yet. So that's something that I'm working on, is trying to find that balance, that fine line of when to say no and know when I'm, just at my wit's end and I need to take a break. I need to regroup. I need to be replenished and refilled. And then that quiet time with God as well, making sure that I set that time aside so that my mental is okay. Because being a fixer, you do kind of take on that weight of other people's problems and issues and things like that. And it's not healthy. So you got to have a place to unload and then regroup and refuel so that you can be a help to others.
Absolutely. So I'm going to invite you back on, because when you get to that place, I need to know how you got there so you can share it to the masses. But thank God for your supportive husband who sat you and give you that little thought process where you get that light bulb goes up. He says, baby, it's okay to say no.
It's okay to say no.
It's okay to say no.
Yep.
Without feeling guilty, right?
Right. Without feeling guilty. That's the key, right? Without feeling guilty.
Yes. So the question, what are you doing for the community of women? You basically said what you're doing. You're showing out your fashion. How can I say this? What would you call that? Your fashion taste, or your fashion tips, or all of the above?
Probably all of the above. In my bio, I always like to try to point out one multifaceted woman, because we all don't wear the same hats. I wear a lot of different hats, from wife to mom to nurse to cheer coach to sister, friend. We all wear so many different hats. So being multifaceted, one. And then the everyday woman, I feel like with social media, it can be a blessing and a curse. And I follow so many fashion pages and influencer pages where every day is the runway New York Fashion Week look. And I'm not that girl. Like I said, I'm a wife. I'm a mom. So one day I might have on scrubs. Today I have on t-shirt and shorts. Tomorrow I may be in a 3-piece suit and look like I'm about to go to Fashion Week. So it just depends and it varies. So I just like to share all the sides of me. And know that it's okay, that I don't have to look like the latest Instagram model and my husband still finds me attractive. That I can just be me. I can be that everyday woman. It's okay to shop at Walmart. It's okay to shop at Macy's. Wherever you shop, whatever your style, whatever you like, I just want to show women it's okay to be comfortable in your own skin and to give yourself grace. So whatever your thing is, I just want you to stand in it and walk in it. So that's what I try to portray with my influencer pages. So I do wigs, I do lashes, I do clothes, I do accessories. And it can be top of the line Louis Vuitton all the way down to something I found at CVS. So that's what that's what I like to share, and just to put out there that whatever your thing is, embrace it, stand in it, walk in it, and be true to you. And you can still look fly in doing that.
Do you find family come to you for fashion tips?
Yes. Yes, they do.
Your family, yeah. So
they do. But I love it though. Like I said, I like to shop. So I love it. If somebody calls me and says, oh, I have such and such event to go to, what should I wear? Or this is my budget. And like I said, I love a challenge. So it's like, oh, let me find you an outfit. I recently gave some dresses away to a prom dress drive, some dresses that were gifted to me, some formal wear. And I did a post in a Facebook group or something like that. And the dresses were claimed pretty quickly, but there was a mom who needed a dress for her plus size daughter. And me, that struck my heart. So I was on it. She named me honorary auntie, because it's we're going to find this baby a dress that's not too grown, but still up to today's fashion, and that's not going to break the mom's bank. That was my mission for 2 weeks. And they texted me the other day where she found a dress. It met the budget. She looked amazing, stuff like that. It just warms my heart. So that's what my page is there for. That's what I'm trying to do when I say I'm a plus size influencer.
Oh, good man. Good man. And I'm sure that young lady was happy and pleased, as well as mom.
Yes.
Have a lot of anxiety for a mom.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, I remember the days.
I know. I have 2 boys and they weren't excited about prom, but I have my daughter coming up, so I already know it's going to be crazy.
You know why? Because boys are basic.
Boys are so basic and they're so easy.
Yeah, it's so easy.
They're easy.
We're gonna take a little pause, and you can go ahead, if you have any comments, you can read them out. If you have any questions, you can read them out as well.
Okay. I just got some comments again from my family. I've got a auntie/cousin that says she's so proud of us and happy anniversary. Again, Penny is saying that we are blessed. Amen. Thank you, Penny. I appreciate you so much. Let's see what we got on TikTok. Somebody said all the time. I'm not sure what that was meant for. We got a lot of happy anniversaries. Some people that are following me. And some people that said hi. So hi, y'all, all those that I didn't get to say hi to while we were interviewing. Hi, everybody, and thanks again to everybody that's watching. I definitely appreciate you all.
Yes, 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 yes. So, okay, back to the questions. So, I think I learned about your family dynamic. I know that you are married. I know you have 3 kids, but and we talked a little bit about the journey that you took because of it. You know, you pretty much touched on that. Anything else you want to talk about in regards to your family dynamic?
Just the only thing, the teen mom piece of it. I was a teen mom. I had my first son at 19 years old. Me and my husband, we got married young, just navigating that world. And I just want people, women out there, teen moms, young wives, teen wives out there to just know to give themselves grace. That every day is not going to be perfect. Every day is not going to be sunshine and roses. And sometimes you're going to want to give up. And sometimes you're going to feel like you're not doing the right thing. And just know that you are human too. And you've got to allow yourself grace and know that you are an ever-changing, ever-evolving being. So forgive yourself for the mistake that you made today and just wake up with a determined mind tomorrow that you're going to be the best wife and mom that you can be. Because it's going to be hard. You're going to meet a lot of challenges being a teen mom. But if you keep pressing forward, you will get through it. You will make it through.
And what if it's to that person who doesn't have a support like you, that embracing this? I'm a new mom. I'm 19. I'm 17. I'm 20, and I don't have the support. What do you tell that young lady?
I tell that young lady to try her best to try to find a church home, a support group, a auntie. You can ask the pediatrician about mommy and me groups. But you're definitely going to need some support. So you're going to have to reach out to an auntie. If you belong to a local church, even some moms that you might run into at daycare or at your child's school, or even in the hospital when you're giving birth, ask your nurse, say, is there anybody out there that I can reach out to help? Just know that there's help there. It may not look like it. And then above all else, pray. God is always there and God is always a helping hand. So I would definitely start with telling her to pray and ask for strength and ask for guidance. And God's going to put the right person in her path.
That. Yes, you hear that, young lady out here? If you're listening, take
yes.
advice. This is all about transforming your life. Who are your mentors, Brittany?
My mentor is my mom.
Okay.
My mom is a woman of faith. She has faith like nobody else I know. Anything that I go through in life, I've watched her go through a lot in life. And anything I go through in life, I mean, even the smallest thing, she turns it over to God. That's something that I aspire to do and aspire to be. I think still, even though I have a great relationship with the Lord, I see myself putting my hands in things. Even when I pray and turn it over to Him, I still try to put my hands in it and fix it. My mom, and I'm sure it hasn't always been this way, but on the outside looking in, my mom can turn something over to God and just, and let it go. She trusts in Him like no other. She walks with Him like nobody else I know. She was a teen mom as well. And I just watched, and a single mom for a little while, I just watched her go through so much. And she's just such an awesome woman. She's overcome everything. She's a 2-time cancer survivor. And she never missed a beat. She's everything. An awesome wife, an awesome mom. So she's my mentor. She's who I aspire to be like in my life.
Wow. Can we stop and take a pause for the cause?
Yes.
And can we just say yes to the mother?
Yes. Clap it up for my mom.
Yes. Shout out to your mom.
Yes.
Shout out to your mom. Oh my goodness. That is wonderful.
Yeah.
People talk about there's nothing wrong with having outside mentors.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
It's another thing to have your mom as your mentor, somebody that you inspire to be like.
Yeah.
So kudos to your mom.
Yes.
Kudos to your
Kudos to my
mom.
mom.
Yes,
Love you,
yes.
mom.
She loves you, mom, and I can tell. What's your vision for the future, Britt?
Oh my gosh, me and my husband were just talking about this the other day at dinner when we went out to celebrate our anniversary. We are looking forward to, believe it or not, I mean, I don't know how soon this will happen. But we're looking forward to retirement and just traveling the world. Um we can wait, we're not in a rush, but spending time with our grandkids, like we see that coming in the near future. Our grandkids are older, so they're
Brittany. Brittany, you're breaking up a little
like
bit.
one day we're gonna have some grandkids. Like we're just looking to rent out the house that we're in now, or maybe even pass it down to one of the kids, and get an apartment in the city somewhere where we can just like enjoy the city life. We've always lived kind of in the suburb, so we want to move to the city, get a nice little apartment, and just travel. We love to travel, so we want to travel the world. And I don't want to say we can't wait, because knock on wood, we can wait. Once the kids are ready, we're looking forward to having grandkids and spending time with our grandkids, because we don't have babies anymore. We just love babies. We have a new god baby, and we don't get to see her that much. But just whenever her mom updates us with pictures and videos of her, we just gush all over her. So we're like, I guess we're ready to be. I want to be called BB. He wants to be called, I forgot what he said, but I just can't. I don't want to say I can't wait. I keep saying that. We're looking forward to retirement and spending time with our grandkids. So that's our vision for the future. Again, that good life, like whatever that good life looks to you, that's what it looks like to us. Just being retired, traveling, and spending time with our family and friends.
That's awesome. So one of the things that I is important for you to look at the future for what you want it to be, to let it, in order for it to manifest, right?
Amen.
So I'm manifesting my words, right? Because we are what we think, right? So if
Amen.
you're thinking about it, right, and putting that
Yes.
in the forefront of your mind, it'll come to pass, right? In due season, it'll come to pass. Now,
Amen.
I'm a true believer of that.
Yes. Absolutely.
So, of course, I'm going to speak about transforming their life. And I just want you to give me a time what transforming a life means to you. And give me an example of one time that you knew. And you just gave me an example of the young girl. So, if you want to use that one, that's fine. We don't have to touch the subject again. But I truly believe you transformed that young lady's life. You made a difference
Yes.
in her life. But if you have another example you want to give, you can give that, or we can move on to the next question.
No, I definitely want to answer it. When you gave me the questionnaire and I saw that question, I wasn't sure how I was going to answer it at first. Because I'm like, I haven't transformed anybody's life. So I didn't even think about the young lady with the prom dress. So that's an example of I know I helped that mom and definitely that young lady. But thinking about the questions, the Holy Ghost spoke to me and he said that you plant seeds in people's lives every day, whether it's something they see in your content, whether it's people that are around you constantly. But I deposit the seed, somebody else may water it, and God's going to make it grow. I used to struggle when I was younger about my brother and sister. They didn't kind of follow the same path that I followed. And so I used to always wonder, like, when are they going to get it? When are they going to get it? When are they going to get it? But I know that the seeds have been planted in their lives. And the same thing with my oldest son, too. It's like, I know the seeds have been planted in their lives. And if I'm faithful, I will see the growth. I will see the change, and their lives will be transformed in God's time. And then the more I thought about it and prayed about it, my sister, I've seen the transformation in her change. So those seeds that I thought weren't taking root years ago have finally taken root. Hey, Jazz, I love you. I've seen the transformation in her life, and I see where I have deposited certain things in her life. And I, with God's help, I guess I played a part in her transforming and evolving. And I also wanted to say that transforming or transformation is a process. So it's something that's an ongoing thing. So you may not see it right away. You may not, it may not be visible to you right away because it's a process. It's not something that happens overnight. It's something that happens over a course of time. So I pray that when I leave this earth, I've transformed a lot of lives. But thank you for bringing that to my point today, that helping that mom and that young lady. And that's something that I do constantly, whether it's a family member or a stranger. I'm always trying to help somebody. And I guess I just never took it into consideration that I could be transforming somebody's life. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. As you plant seeds, may God continue to bless you. Transforming a life is what I say. On my motto is transforming a life, transforming one life, one day at a time.
Yes.
It goes that transformation is a process.
Yes.
One day at a time.
One day at a time.
One life, one day at a time. So as you impact these these people that come into your life, whether it's your family, your friends, a stranger, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are planting seeds. You are, and just like you said, you may plant the seed, or you may be the one that come back and you just watering it, right?
Right.
Oh no, but you just doing what you are called to do, and everything is divine time. And when God say do it, it's done in that season, right? So it's a blessing to be a blessing. I do know that, and I know just from talking to you that you are a blessing and that you are blessing other people's lives. And so
thank you.
That I can, without even a thought or a second, even a thought going by, I'm going to. I already prayed for you, right?
Yes, you did.
And I meant that because I saw your spirit and what you're doing. So I just thank God for that, for Penny bringing us together again. That was divine timing.
Yes, it was.
She's such a blessing. That's my baby. I'm sorry. I gotta shout out Penny.
Yes, shout out Penny. I miss you so much, Penny.
Shout out Penny. Yes, she is a wonderful soul, and
I'm
gonna have her back on too, because I don't have those recordings anymore. She came on.
Okay.
She's a wealth of information. So she's blessing others as well, especially the community, right? The pediatric community.
Yes.
So, being a blessing to them. So I thank the Lord for her as well. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let you go here if you want to give us a list of your social media platforms. But I'm also going to post them on my page as well.
Okay.
For those who want to reach out to you or connect with you or see what you're doing for others and just get a taste of what you do, what is that information?
So I can be followed on any social media platform under the name B as in boy, or like my first name, Britney, Loves, because my maiden name is Love, and I love my curves. I'm a curvy girl, so B Loves Curves. You can find me on TikTok. That's my main platform. But I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube under B Loves Curves. You can find me anywhere there. Like I said, I am a multifaceted, everyday woman just wanting to share how to look fly, how to be you, and just embracing who I am, comfortable in my skin, and just hoping that I can inspire somebody else to be comfortable in their skin as well. So everywhere you do social media, that's where I am. B Loves Curves.
All right now. All right. And so without further ado, the floor is yours.
Oh, thank you so much. I think I probably said everything that I want to say. Just a shout out to women. It's March, which is Women's History Month. Us as women, we carry a lot. We deal with a lot. And oftentimes we carry and deal with all those things in silence. I just want you to remember who you are as a woman and not to forget yourself, not to neglect yourself as a woman. And just remember that you are everything. You are created in God's image. So you are everything. Whatever everything means to you, you are that. And I want you to remember to stand in it. I want you to remember to walk in it. And I want you to remember to trust in it. And just be the amazing you that you are. And don't ever forget how amazing you are.
I don't see you just as an influencer. I know. I see you because you speak so eloquently. You speak in a sense of people are getting not only this fashionista, but she's getting that encouragement, right? That's a gift. Because everybody don't have the gift of encouraging. Everybody does not have that. So I don't know. God to do some more things in your life concerning that gift of encouragement, taking it somewhere else, and doing something great with it. Not that you're not doing anything great with it.
Right. I know what you mean.
Well, when we look at God, we gotta look at He can do the impossible, right? That God can
Yes.
take us somewhere we would never ever dream going, right? So
Amen.
I'm looking forward to hearing more about that. So,
Yes. From your lips to God's ears.
yeah, I'm gonna see you have see first of all, you have to have a willing spirit, and you already have that willing spirit to do the work, right?
Yes.
The laborers are few, right? The work is
Amen.
the work is plenty, but the laborers are few. So I see you more in the vineyard. I see you doing some more stuff with God's people. I do, and
That'd be great.
huh?
I said that would be great.
Yeah, so I can see some of the comments as well. But it is we've been on for 40 minutes.
We have.
And it has been truly a pleasure to have you on, Britney. And I hope to have you again as
Absolutely.
we progress. And I know that things will progress with you. You're gonna have some new things to talk about because I see it. You're gonna be doing some great things. And I'm
Amen.
bringing you right back on so you can tell us how you navigate pulling back in away from people saying no, but
Yes.
you still doing what God asked you to do. And then I'm waiting to see the doors that's going to be open for you. You're going to come back on here and tell us about those doors that God's going to open for you.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
you don't mind giving the glory. You don't mind.
No, I would love to come back. This
Yes.
was fun.
Yes. So, everybody, it's been nice. Hit Brittany up. If you know
Yes.
somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that needs her, right? Hit her up.
Yes, please
We will
do.
see you guys later.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. I'm trying to get off y'all. And the live stream. Hi.